Hi, my name is Christy Tomlinson and I am a mixed media artist, and I was recently introduced to the Faber Castell memory design line, and I absolutely love it for mixed media and art. So I kind of wanted to show you some fun things that I like to do with it, just a little bit. I have a ton of fun with these, and let me tell you, we cannot keep these stocked. I have an online shop too, Scarlet Lime. And we cannot keep these stocked. I am constantly placing order for these because they are seriously the most amazing products ever. There's a couple of reasons why I like them. First of all, they're so easy to use because they're a pen, and they're actually Indian ink. So they're these are Indian ink, these are gelatos, but so they're an ink versus just a marker. And while they are like you can mix them around, and they're kind of like what's the word? They flow. They're also waterproof. They're also light fast, and they are acid free. And because they are waterproof, which means that once you put them down on here and they dry, and then you put another color on top of it, the colors don't mix. And that is very rare. You know, you've probably heard that already, but it's just a really cool feature for mixed media artists. So what I've done is I have this just small 6x6 canvas, and I've already created a background, just put down some book paper, and I decoupaged over it just to keep it down, put some paint on it and a stamp on it. And then I've outlined this girl. I've drawn a girl just with my charcoal pencil onto the thing. So I'm going to show you how I would use these. First of all, for the flesh, I really love the gelatos, and I just take a little bit and put it right here. And this is craft paper. Ranger sells it, and like I said, we do carry it in our store. But I just put a little bit on the thing, and then I've on the craft paper, because the craft paper is very silky, and so the stuff moves around quite a bit on it. And then I'm just going to get it wet, and then I'm going to paint. Let's see, I need more than that on there. And you can also, I'll show you this, you can also apply it directly on to the canvas, onto the girl, and then I can go in with my paintbrush and I can get it wet, and it just moves it around, and it creates just a little bit more, gives it a little bit more of a look. So I can do that with gelatos, and then I can also do paint pens. So I'm going to dry that just a little bit. And honestly, any color, you know, say we did a, well, let me see if I have something close. Here we go. Okay, here's a fun bird stamp. And I'm really bad, I'm very messy, and I don't always use an acrylic block. I'm not going to today. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to normally you would put it on a block and put it down, but guess what? This is actually how I do things. Okay, so we have a little teeny bird stamp that we put down. And let me zoom in on that just a little bit. So I can also take it, and let's do the bird like a pink. And I just kind of put a little bit of color right over that. And then let me get another paintbrush so we don't mix the colors. And I'm just going to take it in, and I'm just going to blend it. And so then I've colored this really cute little bird, and I've kind of created this fun, like, watercolor look effect to it. So then I can go in with my pen and define it a little bit more. My doodle pen. So then I can just go in there with my pen. Define the space a little bit more. A little bit more. So there you go. So that's kind of fun with the gelatos. But then I'm going to color, I'm actually going to take it and use the rest of it to do her dress. So I'm going to do her hair, and this is the Faber Castell big brush pens. You can tell I get paint all over them. I love them. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to pull it across here and paint some hair on her. And you can do this obviously with paint or with brushes, and I'm just going to do it with the markers. I'm going to show you. It's just so seriously simple and fun to use. So while it's still wet, because it's not quite dry yet, I can take it and go in with my paintbrush and just kind of spread it around and make it a little more fluid, and just, it's, oh my gosh, I just love these. And the thing about it is, if you're not totally comfortable, like with a paintbrush and with, you know, your art yet, this is such an awesome way to do like fine details, because you can draw them in and then you can go back with your paintbrush. And I think I want to pull her hair down just a little bit more. And I don't like how wide I went. And see, when it's still wet, I can still take it and go over a little bit. So I'm going to do that. I like to do just the side part. So again, then I just go in with my wet paintbrush, and let's get another paintbrush. I don't buy fancy paintbrushes. I probably should, but I don't. And it just spreads it around a little bit and gives it more of like a water effect. But see how cute that is? I mean, we've got her defined, got her hair defined, and we used the markers to do it. And then I can go in with other markers once it's dry. Let's dry it just a teeny bit. And I can take a yellow pen and I can go in and give her just a teeny bit of maybe like highlights or my black. Just bring it in, and then again I can get this wet and just come in and bring those down just a little bit so they're not such harsh lines. See how fun that is? These are just so fun. And then of course, if you know me, I like to go in and really define the space, so then I go in with my doodle pen and draw in. My surface isn't quite dry, so it's got to be drier. Let's go in and put a chin on her. Just kind of doodle it in there. Just define a little bit better. And then if we wanted to, we could go in with this and give her a teeny bit of cheeks. Give her, so I just take it and get the end of it wet, and voila, look how beautiful and creamy that is. Oh goodness, it's just like putting on makeup, baby. Love it. And you could even go in and give her a little bit of sun down on her neck. And same thing with the pens. Like I want to do a little bit of shading in here, so I can go into the pen and then get it a little bit wet, and it acts just like a fun, like, kind of watercolor. And we could do some shading. So now we can do the rest of her dress. And let's do her top blue. And I'm just going to go in, color that in. And I love that it's kind of like transparent, because you can still see the book paper color underneath. So I don't even have to get the whole surface. I can just do, you know, kind of most of it, because then I can go in and I can spread this around. And I've just colored her shirt and her skirt. And then let's give her, let's do a red sleeve. Then we can go in with the pen and we can do some shading with it, because we want to give it just a little bit of dimension. So go in with that, and I just use my finger and kind of rub it in a little bit. And same with the red. I don't have a darker red, but you can always use the pens, the smaller brush pens, to go in and do those with them. And that's another thing, is you've got the different sizes. So let me show you really fast. I need to open up a pack of these. I usually use the big ones, but so we would just go in with just a little bit darker pen, maybe this burgundy-ish. Come in and do a little bit of shading. So it's just really fun. Like, we've created a really cute little girl in a matter of seconds, minutes. Let's bring her down a little bit. And then, of course, we would add stuff to her to make her, you know, give her more detail. And that's where we take, like, rub-ons and, let's see, go across here, the dress. These ones are white, so they're not going to show up as well. Another fun thing to do is, let's see, let's take this, let's see if you can see down there. Let's take this flower, put it on here. It's just a rub-on. But then you can go in with any of your pens. So let's do an orange and just color it in. So cute. So we're going to leave it. So anyways, that's just some simple things. And then I can come in here with my green Pitt pen and draw stem leaves on this. Color it in a little bit. I'm going to go back in, color that in a little bit more orange. Maybe add a little bit of yellow to it. And how about a little bit of red? And I love that you can layer all the different pieces. So anyways, that's just a fun little quick thing that I like to do with the Faber Castell pens. I love to use them on the art. I love to use them for shading. I love to use them, you can even use them for stamping. There's just so many different things that you can do with these pens. So thanks for joining me today. I am just gonna finish the rest of my girl, so I'll do the rest in fast forward mode, but thanks again for joining me, and you can find all of these wonderful products in our shop.